But if you pay attention to the music and the words, it tells a story and what they have done and what they do to people. Just like
Narcs always tell on themselves if you pay attention.
Like if you ever listen to King Von and how he's a great storyteller and he talks about.
Yeah, my nigga, we gonna be here. So, all right, I had to make sure.
How he killed these people and got.
Damn. Bitch. I'm just gonna shut this one down. So we ain't got no well. We're going to work. Let's do it.
God, keep me out the way of these niggas. Caught my pistol, told my granny for to pray for a nigga. You can't call that boy your brother cause you ate with a nigga. When you start to get some money, see the hate in the nigga.
We dealing with one of them type of shows. Okay. All right. Here we are. If you wasn't here last night, if you ain't seen part one, you need to go and get to it. If you ain't seen part one, this part right here probably ain't gonna make sense to you.
Can't deal show.
We got a little abandoned house right next door to Granny spot. Ain't no power, ain't no water. We actually ran a extension cord from Granny crib to the trap and put a microwave in that bitch and a radio in that bitch. We got a couch from my auntie and put that hole in there, and we was thugging. You know what I'm saying? We cooked the dope, bagged the dope, sell the dope, all that, whatever, all that we was doing from right there. You know.
But see, Darius is different. Darius is different. You don't ever know what's going on with him unless you're standing there with him, and you probably still don't know. So he's different.
This time, so when I came back down to visit from school back in 04, I mean, he was full-fledged, you know, wearing colors, you know, talking gang slang, you know, wearing a flag, and, you know, he was really, you know, kind of progressing in that culture, you know, a little more skipping school, you know what I'm saying? Just a little more recklessness. And like I said, man, for me, I knew what it was, but I went through them stages too. So I was in my mind, you know, it's just a stage, man, you know.
Out in the streets fighting. What can get any worse than your child out there fighting and you don't ever know what's gonna happen with him, what, you know, because he's not afraid of anything. He's not afraid of anything, and don't say somebody mess with somebody in his family, then he ready to go out and start put out an APB on folks.
If you have not, you can't be serious. Man, shout out to that boy Brian Turner. Big love for him over there, rocking out, showing love. I'm coming to the Cash App and the PayPal in just a moment. But I had to make sure that we got this story out there last night. And if you're a Patreon, you do have the call-in number. Last night I did a show. It was my first time actually seeing this bitch right here. Never heard of the bitch before. I kind of want to give y'all so we ain't get but to in 2 hours, all we got was 6 minutes into the goddamn thing. I really want to show it again. It was 2 o'clock in the morning last night when we went live. But just to catch everybody up, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a quick little, you know what I'm saying, so you can see exactly where we at with this shit. Because if you don't understand why this show was so serious that I had to push it up, I had to make sure that we got plenty of time in on this situation. It's because this right here, if we're asking the question, a lot of times you will see motherfuckers asking the question of, and I'm not with this shit. I'm not with the goddamn, you know, black man hating black women. You know, I'm not with that shit. But when you see shit like this is why if you're not a NAB, you have to be the person to point the shit out and say, that's a nothing ass bitch. That bitch does not represent black women. That is a nothing ass bitch, just like there's a nothing ass bitch and a nothing ass nigga in every race. You can't put that blanket statement onto no motherfucking whole race because these motherfuckers is throwed off like that. I'm gonna try to handle this shit professionally, but last night shit got out of hand because I couldn't believe that an adult walked down on this motherfucker and started taking her word as if it was the word of the motherfucking. I explained how a motherfucker who has been through something, if you go through, so the whole point of it is, let me just show you. Let me just show you so we can get to the bottom of it. But these motherfuckers, they have to be ostracized from our race. Black men do not, well, let me not say that. No, black men do not hate black women. The niggas who don't like black women, them niggas are, you know what I'm saying, they own race over there. Them niggas is, you know, manosphere, lame niggas. Black men don't find nothing else attractive but a black woman. But this motherfucker right here, this is a parasite. Let me go and play this shit, man. Because like I said, I had to move this shit up. I got up early for this shit. Once again, I appreciate everybody showing love on the Cash App and the PayPal. I'll be coming to y'all in just a moment. Let's make sure we get this shit understood, though.
Hey, everybody, Spiritual Whistleblower here, live from the Chi-Town, Chicago. And I have a very special interview that I'm about to do out. And I'm going to tell y'all, there's a lot of people reaching out to me because people are waking up to this type of abuse. It's very covert. Y'all know how narcissists get down. They play dirty. They will gather a bunch of people. They'll turn your family and friends against you. But the beauty of this community is that we are all coming together collectively. We all know what bullshit is. We all have survived this type of abuse. It will not be tolerated in this community. And
I'm sorry, my nigga. I'm trying to let y'all watch it, but I'm sorry, my nigga. First things first. I feel like if I don't break it down, then motherfucker can miss it. Because I don't see how anybody could watch this shit and pull away some truth or that this motherfucker is trying to help somebody. You're not trying to help nobody. You trying to cope with your pain. How ill are the times when a motherfucker looks to get famous from being a victim? Used to be back in the day, motherfuckers would hide that shit with all they might. Now motherfuckers raising their hand, running to the motherfucking courtroom. I'm important because I'm a victim. Just being real, that goes along the same line of a motherfucker saying I'm important because I had a baby. I didn't come up with that. I didn't come up like that. The reason why, when we, back in the day, we as children, we played sports and all of that shit before social media took control of our children. We went outside because we wanted to be something. Me, Kyle, and Samantha on top of the brick, on top of the goddamn bricks out there in Grandma's backyard, on top of the goddamn brick, singing the goddamn "Can I Get a What?" You know what I'm saying? Doing the Jay-Z, Millie, and Ja Rule song. Out there performing, playing Power Rangers, playing kickball with flat basketballs and shit like that. Riding bikes that was too big for us, making a goddamn road with the goddamn iron rake after we got done doing work. If you wanted to be famous, you had to goddamn go do something. You couldn't claim goddamn that you knew somebody or some shit like that, or something happened to you and become famous. Nowadays, you can do something to yourself. I.e. the Gorilla Glue bitch. That bitch, she put Gorilla Glue on her hair that night, and that morning she had brand ambassador deals on the table. We got to keep it real today. We got to keep it real. But this motherfucker talking about we've all been through the fucking abuse and shit like that. What the fuck kind of community have you made to where it's just understood that we hate men? Do you understand now why I don't allow niggas to come in and talk that black woman shit? To disrespect black women? This ain't no place for hating black women. You can't give a race and say, I know she's a nab because she's this race. No, my nigga. There are actions that have to be done. As soon as you start saying fuck a motherfucker just because of some shit that they were born with, that's ignorance. That's ignorance. That's prejudice. The base of ignorance. Prejudging. And this bitch right here is so hurt from her ex-husband or whatever the nigga name is that played her. Like I said last night, make no mistake, it's not that the motherfucker did not have the chance to go and get in another relationship or leave the motherfucker. She wanted to stay in that relationship and make that man turn into what she thought a good man was. And because she couldn't do it, now she's scorned and she's on a mission. Her mission is to point out that every man is a narcissist, even though the basis of what the fuck she's doing is, look at me, I'm a victim, I'm the worst victim, we're all victims, I'm a victim, you were a victim. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? You know what's crazy, dog? You know what's crazy, my nigga? What's crazy is a motherfucker, the women, men, children that actually went through real abuse, real torment, they would never do this. They would never want their life to be consumed with what happened the worst time of their life. This is a very good way that you can tell who real victims are. The real victim will have enough pain, anguish, and turmoil in their everyday life without motherfuckers knowing what they've been through. They would never magnify it by letting the world know, hey, feel sorry for me because I was a victim. They're trying to get over that. Once again, these are the people that should be ridiculed and laughed out of the gym. You can't be serious. This is what the fuck you do? You go around talking to motherfuckers unverified. Let me do it. Hey man, shout out to goddamn shout out to that boy goddamn. Yeah, we working big. We working. Shout out to Brian Turner. Shout out to that boy Colorado Rick. We working, my nigga.
This safe space for all types of people. I don't care how much money, I don't care how broke you are, I don't care how rich you are, but this is a safe space for people to come forward when they don't feel like they've been heard, validated, appreciated. We all, including myself, know what that feels like, and it's a horrible feeling. So I have a very special guest here with me today that wants to tell her story. Now, to make sure that they don't tamper with this video, I'm going to say alleged. Everything in the video is alleged, so y'all leave my fucking video alone. But I wholeheartedly believe her story. I believe who she is. I believe she was done very dirty, and I believe she has a very special purpose. She is definitely a survivor of narcissistic abuse. She was surrounded by narcs from her family onto the baby daddy, onto, and y'all know what that feels like. To be outnumbered and people that make you out to be crazy and dirty. But we don't tolerate that.
I'm asking real talk. I'm being real right now. Would that not be the definition of what delusion is? Being delusional is when you think that everybody else is wrong. Like I said last night, what you're supposed to do when someone is telling a story, when they're speaking to you, if you're actually interested in what they're saying, you should be asking them questions, specific questions that just come up in conversation. When she's talking, I'm looking at her eyes moving, and I can tell she's thinking about specific situations. When she says you're surrounded by narcs. So this is, now let me explain this. This is very important. This is one of the big issues that we have in the Black positive community, that if somebody disagrees with somebody in the Black community, the first thing we say is to discredit them, we call them a coon. The word coon gets thrown around extremely loosely in the Black community for whatever reason. If Umar Johnson has a problem with Boyce Watkins, Tariq Nasheed has a problem with Jay Morrison, or whatever the fuck the issue is, first thing you do is call them a coon. And the word coon, just like this word narcissist, can be just, it can mean any fucking thing. It can go from you going to Walmart and a white person served you and you said, thank you so much. That's a coon ass nigga. That nigga a coon. I would never tell a motherfucking white man, have to thank you so. What the fuck? You know, and they'll make it work in their favor. But then you'll see them actually doing business, freelance business with white people. And they're not a coon, and they'll explain it away and say that if you think that I'm a coon for doing this, then you are just a broke person. You know what I'm saying? It's dope, but it's the same shit with this. The word really has no direct meaning. It's just goddamn, yeah, you a narcissist because you didn't believe me when I said. So, like I said, this shit's so deep. A bitch like this will call her boyfriend's mother will become a narcissist if she will not get involved and make her son be faithful to her. If she will go to everybody, these are NAB activities. Going to everybody around the boyfriend. You cannot get in touch with him, so you go to his cousin, sister, best friend, mother. It doesn't matter. Anybody who will listen and take your side. But if they don't take your side, or if they see like, why don't you just leave him alone? They become a narcissist. And this is when they call us crazy. No, what you're doing makes no fucking sense. You have children and you're spending all of your time trying to chase a nigga around, going in the phone, trying to find new spy programs to goddamn get his GPS just so you can run down on him and ask him what the fuck he is. Come on, like you can't call nobody a narcissist because you don't have any self-esteem, because you have no self-confidence. Anybody who sees themselves not like a fucking lowly parasite, they're a narcissist. What the fuck? So you already have to take these people's word. As soon as you see somebody is projecting their situation onto the people they talk to, this like I said last night, a nigga's not gonna come on this show and talk about, yeah, this fucking NAB and nah, my nigga, you finna have to break that shit down. You gonna have to break that shit down. And I'm gonna ask you, so my nigga, why didn't you leave? Well, you know, man, I was young, man. Yeah, I was young, man, and just thought I was. Well, my nigga, that was the issue. It wasn't so much a nab as it was you trying to make a motherfucker do what you want them to do. You trying to lock a bitch down that don't want to be locked down. She didn't want to be with you. That don't mean she a nab because she didn't want to be with you, my nigga. Not finna come in here with that shit.
Here in this community. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself and we're gonna get into this interview and y'all show her love and support. And I hope she, uses this to blow herself up because I feel like God is using her to help other people. All right. So here we go, baby. What's tough?
Right there. It's the small things. I hope she uses this to blow herself up. If you're about to talk about abuse, the last thing on your mind should be trying to get famous. If you have a crime that was done, you should be trying to get justice, not fame.
Who you are?
Hi, my name is Takara. Takara is my real name. Last name is Odom, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I am 32 years old. And what else y'all want to know about me?
Takara Odom, her baby father, I won't say who he is, I'll let her say it. But, like most rappers in this game, if not all of them, they are narcissistic sociopaths. And
You know what's crazy, man, is that, like I said before, it's so ironic that your main goal would be to defeat narcissism when all you're doing is showing how much of a narcissist you are. You're so much of a narcissist that if a person does something that you feel like they wronged you, automatically it's just fuck what the definition of the word is. Fuck what that shit mean. I'm important. If you do something to me, that means that you're a sociopath, meaning that you do not feel emotion. Sociopaths are people who can kill without remorse. They don't feel love and all this shit like this. They just are numb. They're a sociopath because this shit is so deep, my nigga. A girl who wants to date a dude, she will say that I'm about to kill myself. And if the dude does not respond to that, you just don't give a fuck about me. So now you're a sociopath. What they won't tell you is that you've played that card multiple times. And every time you played that card, the first time you played it, motherfucker might rush over there. Second time, they might call the police over there and shit like that. But after a while, motherfucker understands you're doing everything that you're doing. It's to get this dude to actually care about you. What's more narcissistic than that? You being happy matters more than your children, your career, making your family proud. Fuck that shit. This nigga needs to goddamn be in love with me like I'm in love with him. You're not in love with me, you're a narcissist and you're a sociopath. You can't fucking do that. You can't say goddamn that shit with Timothy Simpkins. You can't call him a goddamn school shooter because we know what a school shooter looks like. You're trying to bend the goddamn, what the fuck is more narcissistic than that? You're bending the definition of a word because of how you feel. God damn, my nigga. That's crazy.
Her story is one of courage, and it needs to get out there. And we're not afraid of nothing over here because at the end of the day, God has the final say so. So tell them who your baby father is.
My son's father is Robert Meek Williams, aka Meek Mill the rapper.
Meek Mill is her baby father. Now tell them, you know, how many sons he has.
Altogether, he has 3. My son is his oldest, and he has Papi Chulo, and I think he has the new baby, Caesar.
Which is Milano. Milano has the youngest baby, and his second boy is
Papi.
And Meek, for those of you who don't know, has a 3rd son, his oldest son, which is your son. Mm-hmm. His name is Evan. Tell everyone how you and Meek conceived your son. How did that come about?
I met him.
All right. I missed something. She said most rappers are narcissistic sociopaths. I wonder why she didn't say nothing about actors or R&B singers. The question I have is that how do you feel in it? And like I said, my biggest issue with this shit is if that's just your stance and that's how you rocking, then rock like that. But the problem with this shit is these will be the same motherfuckers at the protest talking about hands up, don't shoot. You have to pick a side. Do you see us the way that society sees us? Do you judge us when you see us just like they do? Or are you down with the movement? Like, what the fuck? What's going on? He's a narcissistic sociopath because he's a rapper, and there's no way a rapper can actually have a... Come on. But furthermore, she's about to tell the story. I want y'all to listen extremely carefully at this story that she's about to tell.
At a party when I was 15 years old. Back in the day, we used to have like juking parties, you know.
Pay attention now.
Those you don't know, has a 3rd son, his oldest son, which is your son. Mm-hmm. His name is Evan. Tell everyone how you and Meek conceived your son. How did that come about?
I met him at a party when I was 15 years old. Back in the day, we used to have like juking parties, you know, and it was him and his cousin Millie. He befriended me, acted like, you know, he was digging me, but really it was something more sinister. And I just remember that night of me and him kicking it, and then I just remember passing out. Like, I don't really remember too much, but I remember something happening to me because I felt pressure inside of me. And then a couple months later, I said I was pregnant. So you guys do the math. If somebody do something to you at a party you don't remember, and it wasn't consensual, it's called rape.
Non-consensual
Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Be extremely cautious of the people who try to make you feel stupid for not knowing the conclusion they want you to. If you don't come to the conclusion they want you to come to, 2 and 2 together, you guys do the math. Yeah, it's called rape. See, I guess it's not enough for a nigga to say, first of all, bitch, as I said last night, how did you get to the party? How in the fuck does a nigga befriend someone in a goddamn party? Where were you at a week before the party? Because we need to get an understanding. When a motherfucker, the first thing, dog, The first thing a motherfucker, you see how these motherfuckers do was just as soon as a nigga gets shot down by the police, next thing you know everything that nigga did is a juvenile and everything. If that nigga don't got no record, they'll bring up his goddamn daddy record. If I'm not mistaken, when that damn boy fell into that goddamn alligator pit at the zoo, them motherfuckers started goddamn putting up his mama and daddy criminal record. So why in the fuck can't we use common sense? Let me see who the fuck you was before you claim that this shit happened. Because that has a lot to do with it. When did you lose your virginity? Was this the first time? You was 15. It should have been the first time. It wasn't. They got to scratch his head about that. You was 15 and fucking good like that. Now it makes sense. How did you get to the party? How did you know about the party? Where were your parents at? But stupid motherfuckers like this motherfucker right here, the bitch that's holding the goddamn iPhone microphone, the headphone microphone. We just need to believe what she says no matter what. Whatever she says happened, that's what happened. And you're an evil person if you question anything. What the fuck is you talking about, man? It's 2021, man. Niggas is really losing everything about what the fuck. If public knowledge is, yeah, that nigga fuck around like that. That's what it is. And you will get convicted in court because the people on the jury are people from American society. There are a few things that are ingrained in American society, and you can find out a lot of those things by listening to comedians. They'll make jokes about it. We know OJ did it, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby. We take these things as truth. So much so, when we hear an interview of them denying it, Mike Tyson raped a famous actor, Tupac. You know what I'm saying? He had a rape charge. And this is why this shit is so dangerous, because nowadays, if a narrative comes out, you truly have to stand in front of that motherfucker. Hey, my nigga, stop playing like that. If you let that shit keep going, that'll be it. Even if you think that that narrative is cool right now, yeah, we know the baby, he killed a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is all good and well until you continue to catch violent charges. And society knows the baby, that's all he do is kill niggas. And now, and once again, this is something else that you would have to actually be a real street nigga, a real gangster to understand how you'll get in a courtroom and you'll have to fight against your reputation. The reputation that, you know what I'm saying, got niggas coming up to you, dapping you off, got bitches falling at your feet, all kind of shit. Now you in the courtroom fighting that motherfucker. Like, that's not me. It's like, how the fuck is that not you? This is what you walk into. This is you. Your reputation is you. And you're going to have a hard time wrestling with that, trying to change the minds of society. Because in that jury room, when they go in that bitch to deliberate, somebody in that bitch going to be like, all right, guys, we all know we know he did it, right? Yeah, everybody going guilty. That's all you would have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he put on a good show and once again make you feel stupid for having an independent thought. Be extremely weary of these things. If it's not obvious to you, you should be able to ask the question. Hold on. I'm not sure if I take that to be a understood statement. I'm not sure if I just understand that he is a mass murderer. Could you bring some information for us so I can understand what kind of motherfucker need? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to watch that. But whenever, and this is what I told y'all, man, I told y'all, I said, we playing a very dangerous game. As we playing with R. Kelly and we playing with Bill Cosby, we playing a very dangerous game. Because as soon as that precedent is set, where the fuck is the mic at? Can y'all hear me? As soon as that precedent is set, that if we know it's true, it's true. If enough people say it with no evidence, it's true. If you pile on something that we already know this person is known for, so the baby is known for shoe niggas. So now somebody could come out, they could be a fan. This is, I use this all the time. I bring up the Chingy situation. I bring up the Chingy situation because the way that shit went down, for some reason, it's so easy for people to disassociate themselves from situation. And I guess because me having ambitions to be in the entertainment industry, all of these things stood out to me. But the fact that all a person would have to do is know where your shows are at, and you and that bitch just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen it many times where a motherfucker just get out this Sprinter, and then you just signing shit, taking pictures, signing shit, taking pictures. You're not analyzing each person like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna let them into your house. If a motherfucker wanted to, they can use this picture as evidence to back up their claims. And this is exactly what that dude did to Chingy. The dude, whatever the fuck, Sydney Star. He came out with that, and he did that to 3 other artists. It was T.I., Wayne, Chingy, and it might have been Ludacris too. Chingy was just the one that stuck. And everybody just ate that shit up as true. And it ended his career. It didn't matter that years later, the motherfucker came out and apologized. The damage was done. In this game, if you're on a roll and you go away, niggas is on to the next thing. Like, it's over. So words can have a real impact on your life and your family's life. Can change everything. So at that point, we have to start taking this shit serious. So you have to take out the fact of what you think you know about Bill Cosby, what you know about R. Kelly, and we have to deal with what we're dealing with. What we're dealing with is people coming out saying things, and that led to, what is my nigga name, dog? I think that was Tony DeLarmy, TD Hip Hop Media. That nigga put up a post, said YouTube has taken down all of R. Kelly's, they took down his YouTube channel. But you can see a picture of Elvis being 24 years old and actually marrying a 15-year-old. But he's still the king of goddamn rock and roll. There is no right side to be on. If we're talking about pedophilia, there is no right side to be on it. But we have to be goddamn even across the board. We gotta be even across the board. Maybe I'm just disconnected from that community, but I ain't seen nobody get no harder hit than R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. That shit is crazy, my nigga. So with that, and with us being united, if we are united as black men and black women, a motherfucker taking, and that's the fucking problem, my nigga. Man, this shit crazy. The problem is, it's not a crime unless a white person is around. If there's a white person around, then Timothy Simpkins, it's big page news. But if there's no white people around, it's a shooting that happened that you will never know about. If a nigga killed George Floyd, niggas wouldn't give a fuck how brutal it was. And you go all the way down the board like that. It don't matter unless, like, how the fuck does that make sense? And that's another thing I said last night. We have to stop letting motherfuckers who hate us be at the top of these motherfucking organizations. This is the bitch that's at the top of the motherfucking Black Lives Matter movement. You wonder why that shit all counter crossways and fucked up. What the fuck? Dog, something has to happen. If a motherfucker can come out willy-nilly and just say whatever the fuck they want to say, if it don't hit me, then fuck that shit, man. That's little shit. That's why I tell niggas, dog, do not give no NAB no motherfucking sympathy. Call the police, press the charges, and let's turn this shit around. Nah, man, I ain't tripping on that, man. I wasn't really trying to get us hit the jail, bro. That's the word. Don't come and goddamn fuss to me. Never. Because when you say shit like that to me, that say to me that, yeah, you love her and you plan on going back over there. I'm not with that shit, my nigga. At this point, this shit is about raising your children. It's about actually being there to raise your children. And something has to be done to where a motherfucker cannot just come out willy-nilly on the internet and say something that's going to get a nigga whole life turned upside down. It's crazy, my nigga, because like I said, the baby said something that we as a community agree with, but the first thing niggas did is went and goddamn made a meme about that nigga working at Burger King. And then motherfuckers wonder why niggas don't stand up and say shit.
And she woke up feeling sore afterward.
Man, that shit's so much.
He befriended me, acted like, you know, he was digging me, but really it was something more sinister. And I just remember that night of me and him kicking it, and then I just remember passing out. Like, I don't really remember too much, but I remember something happening to me because I felt pressure inside of me. And then a couple months later, I said I was pregnant. So you guys do the math. If somebody do something to you at a party you don't remember it, and it wasn't consensual, it's called rape. Non-consensual sex. And she woke up feeling sore afterwards. So your pregnancy, was he there for your pregnancy?
Hold on.
Absolutely not. He
Hold on, let's stop that. Hold on. You don't remember nothing, but you know that it wasn't consensual. I gotta point the shit out, my nigga. Like, he befriended me. He act like he was digging me, but it was actually something sinister. You didn't know that it was something sinister until a long time after. At that point, you were convinced that he was digging you. You was convinced that he was befriending you, whatever the fuck that mean in the club. I don't find no friends in no goddamn club. Even a nigga, oh, what up, y'all? I don't talk to them niggas outside the club. We club homeboys. I see him at the club, he see me. Oh, man, you need to hit me up. You know, nigga, just talking, and get the fuck around. But friend? What type of motherfucker, what state is this? So he was digging you. You don't know what the fuck happened. I just felt, so you saying that Meek Mill some type of way had that fucking Mission Impossible 3 goddamn thing that the damn evil dude put on that girl hand. He had some goddamn heavy sedative shit that can just on contact make a motherfucker pass out. I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about? Were you drinking? Did you take a pill? What the fuck are you talking about? I just started feeling sleepy, and next thing were you digging him back? Was he chasing you around the party? Where did y'all go? Fuck all that. Yeah, I just fell asleep. I saw him and I fell asleep. And I don't know what he did. I think he used some type of narcissistic sociopath mind trick and just put me to sleep. I think he was from planet Vulcan. And this stupid bitch would be like, yeah, sociopaths do come from planet Vulcan. Spock was one of the main ones. Yes, she's telling the truth, you guys. In this community, we have to believe everything. You seen the motherfucker, he was befriending you, and then you just passed the fuck out. She didn't even put the part in there to say, I drank something, I took a pill, I remember he touched my hand and I just fell asleep. None of that shit. Fuck that. We at the party, we doing the new juke dance and all that shit like that, and I just fell asleep. I just fell asleep. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is this bitch talking about, my nigga? The fuck? You just fell asleep? What are you talking about, dog? Dog, and I'm saying, dog, like, it's shit like this, dog, that gotta be stopped, my nigga. Like, you can't be serious. Listen to this shit. How did you fall asleep? Like, at least say I drank something. The fuck? And why wouldn't a motherfucker say this? Why wouldn't you a grown woman? You're a grown woman sitting next to this motherfucker, listening to her talk. And she just smooth by it. You didn't even ask her, did he give you something to drink? Did he give you a pill? He's always talking about Percocets. Did he give you a pill? None of that shit. Just off the top, I just fell asleep. At a party. After being befriended, and he was digging me. He didn't take me to no back room, nothing like that. Not the bathroom, nothing. I was 15, I had an early bedtime. What the fuck is this motherfucker talking about, dog?
Nowhere to be found. Once he got...
Man, dog.
...years old, and what else y'all want to know about me?
Takara Odom, her baby father, I won't say who he is, I'll let her say it. But, you know, like most rappers in this game, if not all of them, they are narcissistic sociopaths. And her story is one of courage, and it needs to get out there. And we're not afraid of nothing over here, because at the end of the day, God has the final say so. So tell them who your baby father is.
My son's father is Robert Meek Williams, a.k.a. Meek Mill the rapper.
Meek Mill is her baby father. Now tell them how many sons he has.
Altogether, he has 3. My son is his oldest, and he has Poppy Chewel, and I think he has the new baby, Caesar.
Which is Milano. Milano has the youngest baby. Now his second boy is
Poppy.
And Meek, for those of you who don't know, has a 3rd son. His oldest son, which is your son. His name is Evan. Tell everyone how you and Meek.
This what I'm wondering. I'm wondering after she said. I can't see the PayPal. That's my fault. I don't know why it ain't showing up on here. I can't see it though, but I appreciate that love. After she said that her baby's father is Meek Mill, why wouldn't you ask her just to make sure that this is legitimized? So he's already went through the DNA test, paternity test. Is he on child support? You just skip right over all of that shit. You just met a fucking prostitute on the side of the road and just believed her. But the rappers are the narcissistic sociopaths. You're so self-centered that you put a black man's freedom and career, the way he supports his family, you put all of that on the line for views, for you. And they're narcissistic and they're the sociopaths. You didn't see anything wrong. Let me get back to it so we can, because I want to get to the 6-minute mark.
Conceived your son. How did that come about?
I met him at a party when I was 15 years old. Back in the day, we used to have like juking parties, and it was him and his cousin O'Milly.
What city was it? What in the fuck kind of God? What is this? What city was it? You're in Illinois. He's from Philadelphia. What city was the party in?
He befriended me, acted like, he was digging me, but really it was something more sinister. And I just remember that night of me and him kicking it, and then I just remember passing out. Like, I don't really remember too much, but I remember something happening to me because I felt pressure inside of me. And then a couple months later, I said I was pregnant. So you guys do the math. If somebody do something to you at a party you don't remember, and it wasn't consensual, it's called rape.
Non-consensual sex. And she woke up feeling sore afterwards. So your pregnancy, was he there for you?
You woke up feeling sore the next day. You don't ask, what did the police say? How did they handle the rape kit? What was the rape kit's conclusion? 15 years old, you went to a party, passed out, you felt sore. You knew enough of who the assailant was to know his name and everything like that, but no police, nothing about no police. Where did you wake up at? What did you have on? Listen to what this stupid bitch asked her next.
Later, I said I was pregnant. So you guys do the math. If somebody do something to you.
That's not how babies come. That's not how babies come. I went to a party at 15. I passed out and I felt pressure. A couple months later, I found out I was pregnant. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck. Months later, when you found out you was pregnant, what did you do the next day? What happened the next day? What happened when you woke up? You're fully aware of what happened, and you 32 years old. 17 years later, you have all the goddamn memories. What did you do when you woke up? Let's see if she asked that question.
I just remember that night of me and him kicking it, and then I just remember passing out. Like, I don't really remember too much, but I remember something happening to me.
I don't remember too much, but I know it wasn't consensual because I was 15, and there's no way that I would put my body out there on the line. No way. I don't remember too much, but I know that it was him. I know it was him. I don't remember where we were or what I had on or anything like that, but I know it was the rapper, the rich rapper, the one that's rich. Yeah, that was him. It was him. Yes, I know that for sure. I don't know what happened before or nothing like that. I don't know if I told him I was 21. I don't know if I told him, goddamn, you get 30 minutes for $20. I don't know what the fuck about none of that shit, but I just know that nigga's rich. I mean, that nigga did it. I know goddamn well. Oh, my nigga.
Because I felt pressure inside of me, and then a couple months later, I said I was pregnant.
How the fuck? How do you go? Goddamn. How do you go from you felt pressure inside of you to a couple months later? I want to know what happened. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what is this shit? What is this? You felt pressure inside of you, and a couple months later, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not how, you know what I'm saying, this shit works. What happened after you felt the pressure? What, did you go home? Like, what? And you don't want to, obviously, she doesn't want to talk about that because that will make her look guilty. At 15 years old, you'll find out later that she was an orphan. And probably not an orphan because nobody wanted her. She was an orphan because no one could handle her. Whatever her situation was before she came in contact with her grandmother or with her new family, she didn't want to go by their rules, probably because she was hot in the pants, which happens all over the goddamn globe. But this is what I'm telling you niggas. If you are listening to a bitch talk about her situation, given maybe you don't feel comfortable asking her questions to where she might look at you like you don't believe her. But if she doesn't trust you, she shouldn't be telling you. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no shit you would say on the first date. And if it is, then I should be able to say, so what city was it? Don't ask me that. You're bringing me back to the moment. You brought this up. I was eating my goddamn food. You brought this shit up. The fuck are you talking about, my nigga? Like, yeah, we gotta be smarter, my nigga. We gotta be smarter. We have to do better, my nigga. Like we can't rock like this. Like, and like I said, it's funny because, you know, obviously she's a prostitute, but and a drunk prostitute at that. But what if she was someone of a higher class that maybe went through this shit a little bit, you know what I'm saying, more thoroughly, to where she actually had her story down packed. I'm saying no matter what the fuck a person says, when shit like this takes place, we need to have a paper trail. From what she's saying, we had a one night stand or a 30-minute stand. I never saw him again, ever. Let me let y'all listen.
So you guys do the math. If somebody do something to you at a party you don't remember and it wasn't consensual, it's called rape.
That phrase doesn't make sense. Somebody did something to you at a party you don't remember and it wasn't consensual. If you don't remember, how the fuck don't you? The only way that you would know it wasn't consensual is if you were running through a park and a man started chasing you. You said he befriended you. He was digging you. You started kicking it. If you don't remember shit, how in the fuck don't you know? How do you know that you didn't spread eagle? Come on, my nigga. We gotta be smarter with this shit, dog.
Non-consensual sex, and she woke up feeling sore afterwards. So your pregnancy, was he there for your pregnancy? Tell us about that. Hold the mic up a little bit closer to you.
Absolutely not. He was nowhere to be found. Once he got me pregnant, he was gone. I never seen him again.
Why the fuck would a goddamn rapist come to the motherfucking victim's goddamn? And if you will listen, you can actually hear that she got very adamant. No, he did not come. When she was trying to tell a story, I don't remember. It was not do the math. We were kicking it. It was something sinister. Soon as we get out of that hole, where the crime happened, the fake crime took place. Now, oh no, yeah, he didn't come to no baby visits. I had classes where they were. I felt so horrible. I was in the class, and everybody in there was in there with their husbands, and I was just in there by myself, learning how to breathe, and it was just horrible. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You just said that he raped you. And this stupid bitch next question was he there for the goddamn pregnancy? Man, dog. I'm going to be, like I said, I made sure I didn't watch this. The first time I seen up to 6 minutes was last night. And it just blowed me, my nigga. Like, it's unbelievable that this type of shit is out there. Niggas getting banned for this type of shit every day. Every day, niggas is getting banned for this type of shit. Depending on where you at in the country, they might just send the marshals before they do anything. You'll have to bond out to even be heard. You'll be in that bitch on a rape first. You'll be locked up on a rape first charge. What the fuck? Yeah, that's what the fuck going on. What the fuck? There we go.
And he never tried to reach out to me. No, he never cared.
He woke up feeling sore afterwards. So your pregnancy, was he there for your pregnancy?
Man, dog, this shit is sad, dog.
But really, it was something more sinister. And I just remember that night of me and him kicking it, and then I just remember passing out. Like, I don't really remember too much, but I remember something happening to me because I felt pressure inside of me. And then a couple months later, I said I was pregnant. So you guys do the math.
Dog, I don't know what's going on. I see it up there, but I cannot see the goddamn PayPal. Use the Cash App. Use the Cash App.
If somebody do something to you at a party, you don't remember it, and it wasn't consensual, it's called rape.
Non-consensual sex. She woke up feeling sore afterwards. So your pregnancy, was he there for your pregnancy? Tell us about that. Hold the mic up a little bit closer to you.
Absolutely not. He was nowhere to be found. Once he got me pregnant, he was gone. I never seen him.
Oh shit! Turn up, Jay. Yeah, I see the Cash App, but I don't see the goddamn It's coming on that phone, but it's not coming on this one. I appreciate that. Shout out to that boy JP. JP said, "Welcome for the hourglass." Most definitely, big home. This shit is so real, man. This motherfucker here might be haunted. This shit so real. He sent that in. We did the opening last night. Shout out to JP showing that love, man. You got to be a real nation member to know how we did that shit. We had an hourglass and the motherfucker broke. I don't know how the fuck it broke, but it broke. But I'm gonna get a stand for that. And he said it was from ACOG Club on IG. I appreciate that, JP. That's love. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the PayPal. I appreciate everybody that's showing love over there. But just use the Cash App for right now.
Again, he never tried to reach out to me. No, he never cared.
And how did his mother and his family treat you? Did they know about the pregnancy?
They knew about the baby, but they didn't care about me either. They felt like since I was already a ward of the system and my family didn't love me, why should they love me? And why should they love this baby?
Because I could read their mind. I know that's what they were thinking because that they were thinking. You see what I'm saying? Other people are the narcissists, the sociopath, the people with the mental disorder. And that's usually how a crazy person is. A crazy person is moving. Even if you're not a street nigga, if you went downtown and, you know what I'm saying, went out there and, you know what I'm saying, whatever the fuck, like, you've seen crazy people that have thought that they were really serious about the illusion in their mind. They were serious about that shit. They really thought that shit was real. And those, if you've seen somebody trip out on K2, Spice, Mojo, in their illusion, they're dead serious about that shit. Look at that motherfucking glare, dog. That shit is blowing me. I don't like that damn glare, man. I don't like that glare.
And she woke up feeling sore afterwards. So your pregnancy, was he there for your pregnancy? Tell us about that. Hold the mic up a little bit closer to you.
Absolutely not. He was nowhere to be found. Once he got me pregnant, he was gone. I never seen him again.
I need a girl. Let me get a female patron to call in because I got some questions about. Damn. Man, get the damn get the phone off the charger in the back. Yeah, don't let the damn dog bark, man, or that goddamn noise gonna throw me off. I'll be damn. I know that shit real. Yeah. All right, let me get the other phone in here. But yeah, I want to know what is the definite way that you can tell that somebody is the father of your child? Is there a definite way to where there's no question about it? That's the father. Is there a way to tell before motherfucker can't even see the damn sand? That's why I don't. Yeah. So is there a way that you can tell who the father is before the baby is born? I'm looking in the comments. DNA. And how you got them to not say nothing? don't do it. All right, yeah. So the phone is on now, y'all. Is there any way that you can tell that the child is who the father of the child is? Real shit. That's what I'm saying. How would you be able to know? And so that would be a red flag. Like, hold on. The baby wasn't born yet? How did you know it was his? Because I know that's the only person I ever had sex with was the person I met, the person I met one time at a party. I know it was him. I know it was. I saw him when he walked in and I immediately fell asleep. I know it was him. I don't remember anything else, but I know it was him. Dog, come on, dog. Come on, man.
He never tried to reach out to me. No, he never cared.
And how did his mother and his family treat you? Did they know about the pregnancy?
Right there. It's not hard to tell what a person's incentive is. It's obvious that the incentive here is I want to talk about my situation. And in my situation, the guy's mother did not help me make him be faithful.
They knew about the baby, but they didn't care about me either. They felt like since I was already a ward of the system and my family didn't love me, why should they love me? But why should they love this baby? They didn't ask for this and they didn't want me a part of their family. So they never cared about me or their niece or nephew.
So how did Meek learn that she was pregnant? Did he see his son after you gave birth?
No, he didn't. He never came. Only thing he did was send his homies, like different people from his camp, like, you know, his friends. Everything that he did was through other people. He never came himself to.
Sounds like flying monkeys to me. Y'all know what that sounds like.
He never dealt with me himself. He always used other people to do his dirty work. He never dealt with me himself. We never had like a one-on-one, just me and him. We talked. He never wanted that for me. He always wanted to make fun of me and laugh.
He never wanted no one-on-one with you except for the one-on-one y'all had. So to me, it sounds like you're projecting. Obviously, what you wanted was the one-on-one. You thought, just like a lot of naive girls think, you think that, make sure you go get your olive leaf extract. You thought that you having sex with him would mean that you guys would be together forever. When it didn't work out that way, you hit him with the "I'm pregnant" shit. When that didn't work, he's a sociopath, narcissist. You never had a case for any sexual assault. You got mad because he did not want you, and that made you feel extremely low. See, it's good to be like, so when a bitch tells niggas or they friends about the niggas that they fucked before, the first nigga they gonna say it would either be their most recent relationship or the biggest nigga. You know what I'm saying? So if you are somebody who fucked the baby, you know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that you gonna say is the baby. That's you gonna say that before the nigga down the street and all these other niggas that nobody knows. You'll probably keep them niggas secret. And you was fucking them for years, probably. But you had one encounter where you gave a nigga some head at a hotel, and all of a sudden, goddamn, this is your most crazy story you got. Stop betting your future on your fucking pussy. Like, stop betting your life. I appreciate that, big home. That love. I can't see it over here. Hit the nigga might not have the cash yet. I don't know what to do. If you hit the PayPal, I appreciate it. It's love. I'll look at them after the show, and before we go live again, I'll give y'all the shout outs because I can't see it over here. But you betting that you're going to be financially straight by who you're fucking, that's prostitute shit. And you feeling like you're still a woman after being a prostitute, you're delusional. And you're a narcissist. You feel like no matter what you do, motherfuckers should still look up to you. That's not the fucking case. It's not real life. The fact that you trying to down a successful black man for your come up, that proves that you're a fucking narcissist. That's what a narcissist and a sociopath is. They don't feel bad about downing somebody else for them to come up. You're no better than a serial killer who preys on weak people to make them feel superior. Come on, man. This shit ain't, motherfucker you can't stand behind this.
At me, and I was just a joke of his songs and rap, and just everything that he did in life was wrapped around her.
Please listen to this very carefully.
Was pregnant. Did he see his son after you gave birth?
No, he didn't. He never came. The only thing he did was send his homies, like different people from his camp, like, you know, his friends. Everything that he did was through other people. He never came himself to.
Sounds like flying monkeys to me. Y'all know what that sounds like.
He never dealt with me himself. He always used other people to do his dirty work. He never dealt with me himself. We never had like a one-on-one, just me and him, and we talked. He never wanted that for me. He always wanted to make fun of me and laugh at me. And I was just a joke of his songs and rap and Just everything that he did in life was wrapped around hurting me.
That don't sound narcissistic. That don't sound off to nobody. Everything that he did in life, everything that he did in his life was to clown and hurt somebody that he had a one-night stand with 17 years ago. That don't sound delusional.
Now, a lot of rappers do this. They subliminally diss their baby mamas. Future is good for doing this. He subliminally throws disses at Ciara. So you definitely know Meek those subliminal
Rappers. You used the word rappers with an S, and then you gave an example of Future. Future did that shit one time on Dirty Sprite 2. This shit is crazy.
at you in his music.
Yes, all the time. I think he did that song with Terry Lane, Lit It Again, and he then life was wrapped around hurting me.
Now, a lot of rappers do this. They subliminally diss their baby mamas. Future is good for doing this. He subliminally throws disses at Ciara. So you definitely know Meek.
Future wasn't dissing his baby mama. Future was dissing another fucking celebrity. You know how many fucking baby mamas Future got? You give an example of him dissing a fucking celebrity? Are you serious? And then this stupid bitch say, goddamn, oh, he does it all the time. He does it all the time. Okay, you should know off the top of your head, if a nigga, a famous nigga made a diss about me, I would fucking know it. By heart, it would be a situation. Listen to her goddamn description of what the diss was.
Those subliminals at you in his music.
Yes, all the time. I think he did that song with Terry Lane, Lit It Again, and he had a verse in there and he was talking about, I'm raping this paper. I ain't used to having this paper. I buried the money. She rich and Mariah. I think he was talking about Nicki and that. But y'all get it. If y'all want to look up the latest call.
I must have missed something. Hold on. Let's go back. I must have missed something. Because I know that she just gave a song reference. She said who the feature artist was and the name of the song. She got both of those things incorrect, but she was close. Let's listen to what the fuck her example is again.
Well, I ain't used to having this paper. Laugh at me, and I was just a joke of his songs and rap, and just everything that he did in life was wrapped around hurting me.
Now, a lot of rappers do this. They subliminally diss their baby mamas. Future is good for doing this. He subliminally throws disses at Ciara. So you definitely know Meek throws subliminals at you in his music.
Yes, all the time. I think he did that song with Terry Lane, Lit It Again, and he had a verse in there and he was talking about, I'm raping this paper. I ain't used to having this paper. I buried the money. She rich and Mariah. I think he was talking about Nicki and that. But y'all get it. If y'all want to look up the latest call, Lit It Again. And he just talks about different things. It's not just that song. It's other songs too. But
I'm raping this paper. I'm not used to this paper. I buried the money. She rich and Mariah. I think he was talking about Nicki in that one. But y'all see what I'm saying. What in the fuck? The lady asked you for an example, and for you to say he's been doing it all his life, he does it all the time. The one example you gave was him dissing Nicki, are you fucking serious? I don't know what to tell nigga, man.
If you pay attention to the music and the words, it tells the story and what they have done and what they do to people. Just like narcs always telling themselves if you pay attention. Like if you ever listen to King Von.
I wonder if she was talking about her. Like, was she sneak dissing her when she said that?
And how he's a great storyteller and he talks about.
So now you're going to compare, instead of you going to another example of Meek Mill dissing you, you're going to an example of someone who has nothing to do with you. That's going to help you prove your case. And this is what I'm saying. The only people who would believe this type of shit is people who want to believe it. Meaning that you would already have a hate for, you know what I'm saying, successful men.
Lady again. He just talks about different things. It's not just that song, it's other songs.
He talks about different things. What the fuck are you talking about different things for? We want to hear what the fuck he said about you. You know, he just talks about different things. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Too. But if you pay attention to the music and the words, it tells the story and what they have done and what they do to people. Just like narcs always telling themselves if you pay attention. Like if you ever listen to King Von and how he's a great storyteller and he talks about how he killed these people and got away with the murder. It's the same thing with raps. They talk about what they do. Because they tell on themselves, listen to Drake. Drake talks about all his exes. So they do. They just feel like they haven't got caught or no one's taking them serious to do anything about it. So they feel like they got away with it. But God sees all things. Yeah. So
They feel like they got away with it, so they brag about it in their music. So all rappers are rapists now. If a nigga cheated on a bitch, he raped her.
Tell us, at what age did he meet your son? Like, how old is your son right now?
he's 16. He just turned 16.
Okay, Meek Mill's oldest son is 16. So what is his relationship like with your son? Did he ever meet your son?
Never.
So he knows he has a son, but he has no relationship with him.
He doesn't want anything with him. For some strange reason, he wants my son and us to suffer. I don't know why. He just has.
If this light-skinned dumb bitch, if her next question is not if she doesn't ask about paternity or child support, it just proves like these are two nothing ass bitches drinking 4 Loco and 2 11s on the goddamn corner while trying to turn tricks, talking about how much, and that's so crazy. It's like the McDonald's worker, you know what I'm saying, talking about how they hate McDonald's, the McDonald's employee talking about how much they hate McDonald's customers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucking hate men, but you get money from turning tricks. Like you're a prostitute. Both of y'all are.
It out that he doesn't want us to have a good life. He doesn't want his son to know him or his other children. He wants us to like disappear. It's like he can just pay his way out of this.
And for the record, a DNA test was done, correct?
They did one a long time ago.
Where was the DNA done?
Here, in my hometown, Chicago.
Okay.
But I'm open to do another one. I just have custody of my son. And they use that against me because they terminated my rights for a false allegation they put on me.
I'm going, y'all. I'm going, y'all. I'm going, y'all. I'm going, y'all. I'm going. I'm going, y'all. I'm going, y'all. I'm gone. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I'm gone, y'all. We ain't doing that. Hell, fuck no. I'm gone. No. Hell no. I'm gone. Let me go and get my keys. Where I put my damn keys at, man? I'm gone. Hell no. Hell fuck no. I know goddamn well this bitch ain't just get on that camera for no goddamn, ain't no damn way. Ain't no motherfucking way. No. Man. Oh, man. And y'all make sure y'all go get head first too, my nigga. Y'all make sure you get head first too. The heaviest shit in the street right now, my nigga. Real talk. Yeah, we finna shut this bitch down. I appreciate y'all for coming out to the Big Fat Podcast. I appreciate that love, my nigga. I appreciate that love. We finna go and get the fuck on out of here, my nigga. Ain't no motherfucking way. I know this bitch ain't just say this. Woo! Woo-wee! I must be mistaken. Man, it ain't no motherfucking way, my nigga. Let me see who on this mother. I can still not see no fucking PayPal on this bitch. I'm gonna get off this bitch for real. Man, look here. I try to tell niggas, dog. I try to tell niggas, man. I try to tell niggas. Like, it ain't about, it's not just about what a motherfucker. You should be able to look at a motherfucker and tell what's up with them. That's just what that is, my nigga. At no point in time when I looked at this bitch did I see no, you know what I'm saying? It's something off with the bitch from the jump. From the very goddamn beginning, my nigga. From the very beginning. And make sure I heard that shit right, my nigga. Make sure I heard that shit correctly.
Have you ever listened to King Von?
I'm gonna be honest with you, my nigga. I told y'all nigga from the jump. It ain't no motherfucker that got all their brain cells that's putting on no motherfucking missing finger wave. Weed. This motherfucker got on a missing finger wave weed. That motherfucker don't take no type of nothing. You just gotta put that bitch on like a old football helmet. You know them old leather football helmets? You just slap that bitch on and go outside. Man, what the fuck? Ain't no goddamn way. This bitch is still living in 1991. Ain't no way this bitch got all her sense, my nigga. The fuck?
And how he's a great storyteller, and he talks about how he killed these people and got away with murder. It's the same thing with the raps. They talk about what they do.
They tell on themselves. Listen to Drake. Drake talks about all his exes. So they do.
They just feel like they haven't got caught or no one's taking them serious to do anything about it. So they feel like they got away with it. But God sees all things.
Yes.
So
tell us, at what age did he meet your son? Like, how old is your son right now?
He's 16. He just turned 16.
Okay, Meek Mill's oldest son is 16. So what is his relationship like with your son? Did he ever meet your son?
Never.
So he knows he has a son, but he has no relationship with him.
He doesn't want anything with him. For some strange reason, he wants my son and us to suffer. I don't know why. He just has it out that he doesn't want us to have a good life. He doesn't want his son to know him or his other children. He wants us to disappear, just like he can just pay his way out of this.
And for the record, a DNA test was done, correct?
They did one a long time ago.
Where was the DNA done?
Here, in my hometown, Chicago.
Okay.
But I'm open to do another one. I just don't have custody of my son.
Ooh. I try to tell y'all, nigga, man. I'll try to tell y'all, nigga, what was going on, nigga, goddamn. Trying to tell nigga, man. The biggest clue that we were dealing with obviously the leather helmet, that is a very big clue that we dealing with somebody that ain't got it all. She going outside ready to goddamn do a swim block and all type of shit. She's trying to, you know what I'm saying, read the quarterback, all kind of shit she's doing out there with that goddamn leather wig on. But heavier than that, when she say he don't want us to live good, right there, we got a problem. There's a problem there. It shouldn't be about us living good. It should be all about him. And this bitch is too stupid to even hide that shit. When she first started talking about how his parents didn't want to deal with her. So immediately what you looking for is a family. Whenever you see a mother, is what it is. Whenever you see a mother that is acting like a child, you have something heavy on your hand. As soon as you become a parent, it's no longer about you. It's no longer about you. That's over with. Big fat rap trap, rap trap. Who is on the line?
You already know who it is, man. It's Tay Lit.
Oh man, Tay Lit on the line. Tell me something, big home. What you think about it?
Man, you already know what the fuck I think about it. It's a complete bullshit, man. And I want you to blame Shorty because she's out of line. What's going on here, man?
Real talk. That shit, it's crazy as fuck.
Hold on. First and foremost, how you want to complain about a child that you even have custody of?
Because you know what's crazy is this. And I make sure I tell people this, people that I work with and stuff like that. I make sure I tell them, hey, if you are a beam of light, if you're somebody who has a chance to make it out, you need to go ahead and start living, the right way, because people will start looking at you like a way out. So if you got niggas in the hood and ain't no way for us to get out, niggas might be trying to rap or some shit like that, but everybody's still out here broke, fucked up. But if it's a goddamn a nigga come through like 6ix9ine, now niggas have a chance to actually have something. And this is why niggas will put the morals to the side and start, fuck that shit, man. Nah, he came home. You know what I'm saying? Because now we got money coming in. Before this, and this is why, once again, go to Conversation with me. Me and Katrina talked about the Squid Games. The reason why people would go back into the Squid Game after they got out, after they saw that people were dying, the reason why they would go back is because on the outside, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance at winning this much money. This is why people will get hooked up into the lottery, because every week it gives them hope. Without the lottery, they have no hope of ever getting out of their financial ruin. This is why they'll go to church and they'll sow the seed, because this is a chance for me to have something. Because without this, I'm going to work, I'm going to die, that's it. Never going to have nothing. So when motherfuckers are in a desperate position, they will get extremely delusional. What do I need to say in order for me to get some money? You have to say he raped you. You have to say he raped you. If you don't say anything less than he raped you, you're not gonna get no money. You know, this is the reason why the light-skinned bitch at the beginning said, I hope that she blows up. She was trying to say, I hope this bitch gets out of her fucking motel living life. This bitch is living day to day in the motel. This is a real prostitute. There's no reason for a bitch to look like this on the street. I need to point something out to niggas. And see, this is what I'm talking about. See, what lets it be known that you're dealing with a real street bitch? I can tell by the top, from above your neck, I can tell that you don't have no money. But some type of way on your neck, there's money. The only people who do that is people that is out there in the world, and they'll give you an excuse for, this man, this for God right here. You know what I'm saying? This, whatever the fuck. No, this is what you think looks good. Another thing, this shit right here, I haven't seen this damn shirt right here since goddamn 2007. But one more thing. It's her face. It's her eyes. That shit that I guess is eyeshadow, I can tell that it's kind of, I don't know if it's sweat or it's just fucking, you know what I'm saying? You just been outside for a while, but that shit is worn down. If you knew you were doing an interview, there is no reason that you should have came like this. There's no reason. Shit doesn't add up. So automatically it's like, why the fuck would you be outside? Why wouldn't you be inside? Why would you not be inside? And that's what, like I said, this shit, you got to put shit together. You cannot just believe anybody who comes up saying shit. Go ahead, Tay.
Yeah, man. This is the thing about it, man. It's just so scary at this point that, like, if you're a man, you're in a position of power, like, work your ass off, get money, this, that, and the third. It just takes a woman from fucking 2001 coming about, hey, you tried to follow my picture back in the day. Now you got a whole real fucking case on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. That's like a motherfucker saying back in 2001, oh, hey, you really trying to follow me in the bathroom. I'm really like, oh shit, did I try to do this shit? You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't around. But nah, bro, like, it's crazy.
Real talk. That's real talk. I said, it's, you know, it's what it really looked like, man, is that when she says that people need to take it serious, she's not lying.
How?
But
How can you take it serious when you don't
no. It's the other way around. They should take it serious. So she should be arrested for, like, if they believe her, the U.S. Marshals go to the house and you're going to have to make a big bond to get out of jail. But if they don't believe her, she just walks out. That's not fair. You went in there with the same, it didn't turn into the truth when you walked in there. It was a lie the whole time. The only thing that's in the balance is whether they believe you or not. So you have to deal with who's in there. What type of experience do they have on the street? Do they hate black men? You know what I'm saying? All this shit, because they can push the shit through and say, yeah, she really had me fooled. She really had me fooled. I thought he really did that. I thought he really, shout out to big homie, or sweetheart with the PayPal. I appreciate that love. I can't see it on this phone, but I appreciate that. Go ahead, Tay. You got the last word.
Yeah, man. Look, man. So all my brothers that's watching this, man, please protect yourselves, man. Wear condoms. You know what I'm saying? Not just for STDs, but just to avoid a lot of bullshit, man. I'm in the process of right now. I really start after I started fucking with AO, man. I'm really trying to follow these 3 S's, man.
Yes, Lord.
I can't really follow the last one, celibacy one condo, but I mean, just due to that's how I make money. But at the same time, I don't follow that shit because I don't be really out here doing dumb shit because that can fuck up my money.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, like, hey, yo, man, listen, man. Please just start attacking these hoes, man. But dudes gotta really see this shit, man. Because I didn't, until I watched that video, I was disgusted, man. Like, I'm just sitting in about this man like this, and you know, Dad, how you talking about a child you don't even have? What are you talking about?
That blew me. I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
Like, oh, I'm like, how do you talk about a kid? How you talking about a kid you don't even have?
Because, and like I said, it has to do with the desperation. This bitch, the light-skinned bitch, convinced her that it doesn't matter if you have the child. If you were raped, you're a victim, and you need to have your story out there.
And, yo, listen, she wasn't weak, man. She was just hit in the back a couple times. He nutted and broke out. Like,
real talk. And she wasn't expecting a nigga to get rich. And like I said, these is a lot of these NABs, their only chance for money is to go down to the courthouse. They're hoping a goddamn child support claim open up, just like they hope that a goddamn fraud bank account open up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same lick. It's the same lick. So yeah, let me get back to it. I appreciate that, Tay.
all right, no doubt.
All right, let's do it.
And they use that against me because he wants my son and us to suffer. I don't know why. He just has it out there. He doesn't want us to have a good life. He doesn't want his son to know him or his other children. He wants us to like disappear. Just like he can just pay his way out of this.
And for the record, a DNA test was done, correct?
They did one a long time ago.
Where was the DNA done?
Here in my hometown, Chicago.
Okay.
But I'm open to do it.
That's not the correct answer. The correct answer is a DNA test was done. He's the father. That's not what you said. You said, yeah, right here in my hometown. But we can do another one. Like, what the fuck were the results? What were the results? That's what this motherfucker should be asking, but she's not gonna ask it.
Other one, I just don't have custody of my son, and they use that against me because they terminated my rights for a false allegation they put on me for no reason. They never could prove that I did anything to my son, but they took him away from me.
I gotta hear that again.
Where was the DNA done?
Here in my hometown, Chicago.
Okay.
But I'm open to do another one. I just don't have custody of my son, and they use that against me because they terminated my rights for a false allegation they put on me for no reason.
False allegation they put on you for no reason. I don't know. Leather helmet. I don't know. I think that the police have less to gain than you do with this Meek Mill shit. You stand to have your whole life changed. Them taking your child don't do shit for them. And I knew it was something wrong with this bitch. I want to hear what Evan has to say. Will this bitch right here, the spiritual whistleblower, will she go and talk to Evan and see what the fuck his story is? So there is some real abuse here, but it don't got nothing to do with Meek Mill. Talk to us, Leather Helmet. What other kind of scams was you trying to get? Was you trying to hurt your child to get some goddamn GoFundMe money? Was you trying to make your child retarded so you could have state money? A motherfucker supposed to trust you not to hurt your child? You'll do anything. Narcissist? What the fuck? And once again, spiritual whistleblower. With your weird looking ass, you look like the light-skinned version of Gretchen from Recess. Why in the fuck would you just let a nigga come on that bitch and just say anything about a bitch? Oh, okay. So you are sexist and racist. A nigga gotta have substantiated claims to make a goddamn, to have an interview on the street. But you'll just interview any bitch that's flagging down old white men. Man. Gretchen Grundler, that's her name. That's a goddamn name, Gretchen Grundler.
They never could prove that I did anything to my son, but they took him away from me. And I never.
Can you prove that Meek Mill did something to you? Appreciate that. Was that you? Yes, type. Appreciate that. Appreciate that love. Go to the cash app so I can see it and I can ask you a question.
Got it back.
And we know in this community, if you come from a narcissistic family, they will work together to take your children away. They will help your abuser. So this is what happened to her. Her family helped, teamed up with her abuser to take her son away from her.
Because they didn't want me to have, they just didn't want me to have a normal life. They felt like I didn't deserve. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve to have my son. I don't deserve to have happiness. They just feel that I deserve whatever they put out there on me. They put a false allegation on me. They put me on this registration list for 5 years with sex offenders and people that beat children.
You got to go through a hell of a lot more to prove child abuse than what you're doing right now. You just saying shit out your mouth. In order for them to do all what they did to you, you have to have real fucking proof. Narcissist. Hypocrite. But it's to be expected. You are a motherfucker that will do anything to make sure that you live. Do you think that this leather helmet wearing bitch coming outside, checking down and shit like that, trying to motherfucking jump over the line to block the field goal, you think this motherfucker is around this bitch being a good fucking mother? I wouldn't doubt that you actually tried to fuck your goddamn son. That's not unheard of. You retarded bitch. I can tell you retarded. You done took this bitch got CTE. This bitch was in the league before they had the goddamn good helmets. Yeah, this bitch crazy than a motherfucker. Bitch. This bitch was in the league when you didn't have to goddamn see the motherfucker touch the ball. You could just hit that motherfucker. Head to head. I'm talking about spear a motherfucker. Like she was in that league when yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. This bitch is fucked up. And she don't even remember this shit. You can look in her eyes and see she don't remember that shit. This bitch still ain't took a goddamn helmet off. Motherfucker don't find that fucking crazy that this motherfucker is walking around the streets of Chicago with a fucking, this bitch was playing back with fucking, what that goddamn, LT Barry Sanders. His motherfucker was probably one of the first motherfuckers they let come over when they integrated the league. Yeah. I remember that motherfucker. She was number 55. She played for the Tennessee Oilers. It wasn't the Tennessee Titans, it was the Tennessee Oilers. I remember this motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember, yeah. That was no, yeah, that's who that was. Okay, yeah, I remember now. She still got the ring. She got the ring. You remember when the goddamn Tennessee Oilers won that goddamn, she got the motherfucker. What the fuck is y'all? Y'all don't see what the hell going on? I know them damn hands anyway. That's when they used to put the goddamn linemen used to put 3 goddamn fingers down in the goddamn sand, and you knew they was hard nosed. Yeah. Hell yeah, that's number 55. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what that was. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, that's my fault on that one.
That really fucked me up. I'm excuse my French. It really messed me up because a lot of people didn't give me opportunities. They didn't even want me around children. I couldn't do anything around children or people because they could just look me up and I pop up on this registration list.
So they sabotaged everything.
At a young age. They did this to me it started at 16.
16 years old. Her family and
the system
as Meek and Meek, they all teamed up and ganged up on her at 16 years old.
So I never had a chance to be anything. I always been have to fight for everything, just to fight for my character, my image, just who I am as a person. I never had it smooth.
I need a Chicago street nigga to tap in, and we finna do a goddamn background check on this motherfucker. I need a Chicago nigga. It's a goddamn dude out there with a fucking pink helmet, a leather helmet. You can't miss the motherfucker. He's still wearing his championship ring. Let me get a Chicago nigga. This motherfucker had forgot where he's from. Nigga, you played for the Tennessee Oilers. Let me get somebody from Chicago to goddamn tap in so we can find out what the fuck going on.
To be like the Milano or the other baby mom where they didn't get bullied, they didn't get raped, they didn't have to deal with bullshit like I had to deal with. Their family and friends.
How the fuck do you know they didn't get raped? How do you know that?
Were there for them. They wanted the best for them. My family didn't want that. And you'll think maybe Milano or maybe somebody will have some dignity and say, you know what, I don't want to do this to this girl. She already been through a lot of shit. Why continue to harm her and bring more harm her way? But
how in the fuck did Milano bring harm to you? See what I'm saying? See? This is why these parasites need to be ostracized, because they are the true narcissists. Listen to her story. Everybody ganged up on me. I didn't do anything wrong. I was 16 years old and I didn't do anything wrong. Everybody else did everything wrong. I was the only one who had it right. Come on, man. Are you serious? Everybody's against you. Like, and this is what I'm telling you, dog. Like, if motherfucker got a story that everybody did them wrong, you need to run, my nigga. You need to run.
This is the perfect segue. This is the perfect segue. We're going to talk about the toxic baby mothers. So it's obvious that Meek Mill has 2 other baby mothers. And in my opinion, listening to Takara's story, both baby mamas are narcissists. Yes. And ladies, we know how these
Anybody who does not help me is a narcissist. I don't give a fuck who it is. If you look good, you a narcissist. That's it. That's all. If you doing good in life, you a narcissist. That's it. And see, if these people, Gretchen Grundler and number 55 from the Tennessee Oilers, it's these motherfuckers that will never get anywhere, because as soon as they get to that point, they wouldn't even know how to handle what they gave everybody else. Everybody, if they're above me, they're a narcissist, and I'm the good person on the planet and no one else is good because they won't help me go chase down a nigga. Come on, dog.
Narcissistic, toxic baby mamas get down. They're competitive. They will assist the baby daddy with tearing down other women and other baby mamas. So why don't you...
Bitch, why in the fuck are you talking so loud? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Why the fuck does this bitch keep fucking yelling like this? God damn, bitch. That's another, you talking about narcissist and sociopath, that's another low self-esteem trait. You want to talk loud all the time because you don't feel like no one can see you because you're just so small and insignificant. God damn, bitch, what the fuck is you yelling for? Damn.
Tell us what Milano and his other baby mama have been doing to you.
Well, since Milano got this popular brand and she's rich and she has money and clout and all, everybody looks up to her. So she feels that since she has this popular brand, no one will see the evil things that she does. You can hide behind your brand titles and still do evil to others. And I just remember her coming to my home city, acting like she wanted to help me start a brand and just like empower women. But really it was just to get information to report back, like flying monkeys, like you always say in your videos.
So Milano and his other baby mama are flying monkeys. You know,
Are you deaf, bitch? Do you not know how loud you're talking? Well, you gotta go to the Flying Monkeys website and what the fuck? God damn.
we know these narcissistic men love to trap women with pregnancy.
But she wanted the baby by him.
Well, of course, because she's a narc.
She want that control over him. Don't you want to see your baby?
What in the fuck is going on? Like that, dog, you can't listen to this shit, dog. What the fuck? That a nigga will trap a bitch with a pregnancy, which a nigga will. I would love to be able to say that niggas don't do that, but it's lame niggas out there who really do that shit. But y'all are just narking each other to like y'all ain't even saying shit. Like y'all do that. No, they did. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. Don't you want this? He never wanted that, but she wanted it.
And for all,
how in the fuck do you know that? You haven't. You said it already that you haven't been around for years. How the fuck do you know that?
those baby mamas that are not with the program, we will not sleep with the baby daddy, and we will not comply. We get punished the most. So if he has other baby mamas who are toxic, he will use those baby mamas to tag team up and come against the one baby mama who will not tolerate him. So that's what happened with you.
Because I never slept with him. I haven't dealt with him ever since he got me pregnant, basically.
Yeah. So shame on Milano. And what's the second baby mama's name?
5Day 87.
5Day. So lady, shame on you.
But they're from Philly, so they get a lot of support. You know, they have a big fan base.
Tag teaming up against, and you don't want to be nothing like that.
I don't want to be nothing.
She don't want to be rich. She's not competing with y'all.
I want them to continue to have their success and rich since they're public.
My nigga, I don't know how much of this I can take. I'm gonna be for real. This shit is starting to fucking devolve very swiftly. Very fucking swiftly. This shit is starting to devolve. And it's just getting we're gonna try to listen to a little bit more, but this shit is starting to just it's
the best. They fought so hard to be acknowledged.
She doesn't want to be rich.
By doing evil things to be acknowledged, I'll give them what they're looking for. But God doesn't bless a woman over broken tears. Like you always say, a broken home is built on unstable stand quick. So
a house that's built on someone else's tears and heartache will never stand, honey.
And that's partly why they're unhappy too, because they felt like all the things that they did to me, they still have not got him to marry neither one of them.
He didn't marry either one of y'all, okay? You got a baby. There's nothing to be proud of being a baby.
You get a child support, you get a check.
You get a bag.
But what they bully me is because I don't get a check and I don't get any support. And I don't have a brand and I don't have what they have. I don't have
she don't want to be like y'all. She's not competing. She doesn't want to be.
I'm good, my nigga. I'm good. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that no more. Can't do that no more. That shit, that's crazy. That is crazy. We'll do a part 3 sometime, but I can't do that. That's just too much delusion. The number 55 leather helmet is telling Gretchen Grundler and the audience that she doesn't have the brand and the money. She's letting you know that that's what she wants. And Gretchen turns the camera back and says, she don't want to be like y'all. Sound like y'all got two different goddamn motives. Because number 55 is trying to get that. And you trying to make it seem like, nah, we don't want that. We as baby mamas, actually it's disgusting. Like and that's the reason why. I guess she would be, you can't build a house on hatred. I don't even know if that's true, because some niggas who get out of prison and become their own lawyer, they do that because they hate the system. But it's just so easy to tell. It's so easy to tell that y'all are not genuine. You don't mean what you're saying. You're talking about your situation. Disgusting, my nigga. That shit disgusting. But what time? Okay, 6 o'clock. All right, where we at? Yeah, it is, my nigga. It is. That shit just. What time? Let me see. 12:49. We'll do a part 3 or something like that and see what's going on. But yeah, that shit crazy. But I don't know. I gotta see what we're gonna do. We might do a stupid rappers tonight. Get over to the Patreon. We'll see what's going on. But I gotta talk about that Bobby Billion shit. That shit is crazy, dog. If you've not gotten your copy of Head First 2, get over there immediately.
God, keep me out the way of these niggas. Caught my pistol, told my granny for to pray for a nigga. You can't call that boy your brother cause you ate with a nigga. When you start to get some money, see the hate in the nigga.
Had them youngins go and get it. When they make it back with the profit, let them split it. I can meet a nigga once and know if he'll be consistent. Running down a check, now that's something I can't wait on. Bag reach, bitch, I ain't the nigga you can fake on. Niggas falling off, I'm the nigga who gon' stay on. Yes, I got chopped, this ain't the top you gon' play on. You want my attention and approach me with a list. I coach a CERT team trials on the 1st and 5th. I'm cold with them bowls, it's a curse and a gift. I'ma take a few chances when these charges get lifted. System moving slow, but I'm trying to get it over. I don't bun 8 months and they blame it on Corona. They trying to catch me twice on the bun, then hold me. I ain't stupid, I can feel it when somebody trying to hold me. Baby, where you at? Let me stir that macaroni. Pussy got me hooked like a drug, I might OD. Got a couple bags I need to hide, baby, hold these. You know when to give me what I need, cause you know me. Baby, you just drunk out this dick, you don't want me. I think you be telling sex lies when I'm stroking. I still check a bitch quick, don't provoke me. Doors open doors, I ain't gotta use a dope key. You know I had 4 for 4 going before Wendy's. He owe too much pay, had them youngins go and get it. When they make it back with the profit, let them split it. I can meet a nigga once and know if he'll be consistent. Running down a check, now that's something I can't wait on. Bag rich bitch, I ain't the nigga you can fake on. Niggas falling off, I'm the nigga who gon' stay on. Yes, I got chopped, this ain't the top you gon' play on. You know I had 4 for 4 going before Wendy's. He owe too much pay, had them youngins go and get it. When they make it back with the profit, let them split it. I can meet a nigga once and know if he'll be consistent. Running down a check, now that's something I can't wait on. Bag rich bitch, I ain't the nigga you can fake on. Niggas falling off, I'm the nigga who gon' stay on. Yes, I got chopped, this ain't the top you gon' play on.